Welcome, everybody, back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Naruto Shippuden, episode 267. What happened last time?
Last time, the fight was picking up. Kakashi ended up defeating them. The plan worked, which I was really happy about because it was a cool plan. Mm-hmm. So now, Haku and Zabuza are out. Yeah, everyone else is still going, though, so they're gonna have to defeat them. The Zetsus are going crazy, and a couple thousand of them made it past. Which sucks, and Gaara is getting ready with everyone else, and Invisible Man was just walking through the desert. We're
gonna see what happens there. Hope you guys leave a like and subscribe. Hope you check out Patreon to get a week ahead, and hope you support the official release. Come here to hear you have to say, not to rewatch the show. We're providing our reaction review, not a free place for you to watch Naruto. But with that said, let's get into it. Please leave a like and subscribe. Let's go.
Mu stopped moving. The second Tsuchikage has been detected. They called him the Null Man because he had neither form nor chakra. The battlefield should be coming together nicely.
The Null Man.
Now begins the real fun. And with this next group of shinobi, I anticipate bigger and better results by keeping all their thoughts and emotions intact. I think I'll let him do his own thing after the summoning jutsu.
After the summoning jutsu?
So you think he's summon everyone there. Probably anyone relevant to Gaara.
Like who?
Like his dad. Or if there's like anyone else that we haven't seen yet.
Well, there's a lot of characters there, so I guess we'll see.
Honestly, it would suck to be fighting in the sand. Imagine how much it would get in your eyes.
He didn't even say summoning jutsu. The fuck?
Probably doesn't say anything.
The second Tsuchikage. The third Raikage. The second Mizukage. The fourth Kazekage.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Kages going in there.
I wasn't able to get a Hokage. Still, to have four of the strongest Kage ever. I'm just going to let the Kage and their progeny kill each other off.
That's the current Raikage's dad.
My, a friendly reunion of past adversaries. Except, hold on, I don't know you. This is a foul jutsu of the second Hokage, recalling the dead from the underworld and enslaving them. I was forced to summon you all here. Recalling the dead? And what do you mean by that?
I'm not dead.
I killed you myself. You've been dead a long, long time, second Mizukage. Oh, yes, of course. Hey, wait. I remember it all now. You died on that day, too. In fact, I'm the one that killed you. Is that so? Well, never mind.
They both killed each other.
Listen to me. Wait, where was I? Where's the second Hokage? The one who resurrected us?
Oh, because they think the only one who could have done it.
Several kilometers ahead. A chakra that feels the same as this newcomer. And an army. Wait, I know who you are.
I am the fourth Kazekage of the Sand. My predecessors have told me about the exploits of you three.
That means the Sand has continued through to the fourth... No, it has to be the fifth generation by now. It feels incredibly strange being here in the future like this.
That'd be kind of fucked.
Even by my time, the second Hokage was already long deceased. But there was another shinobi who also mastered the reanimation jutsu. A shinobi named Orochimaru. Among them is my father. That's it.
A guy just walked up to me and said, "That's it."
He's giving the signal.
Oh shit.
The enemy is close.
But there hasn't been any word from headquarters that they detected the enemy.
Maybe there are some enemies that even the guys at HQ can't detect. I mean, I'm sure the enemy will only revive really strong shinobi, you know?
So we seriously have to fight dead people? But
It's like the most legendary dead people of all time.
Come on, Choji. It's too late to worry about all of that, now that you're here.
Oh god, Choj.
Just a child. I have to fight this, like, legend.
These legendary zombies. Zombie superheroes.
They say that it's the third Lord Raikage, sir.
What? My father too? Those Akatsuki.
But the numbers don't match up with our own sensory readings. You're sure this intel's accurate?
Princess Tsunade, the second Tsuchikage is among the enemy.
That was, like, super overpowered.
Knowing that,
Clearly.
it's no surprise at all that we were able to sense 3 of them, but weren't able to detect the 4th enemy. It becomes all too clear once you factor in Lord Mu's presence. It's all his doing.
Darui's first company is about to come under attack by thousands. I'm going to need help distinguishing the reanimated ninja from the white ones.
All right, take charge of the broad-range scan.
It's so cool.
This is bad. There are way too many reanimated shinobi attacking Darui's first company. And it appears that each one of them is more powerful than the one that came before.
Fuck. Fucking beaches of Normandy.
They're coming. Give the signal to prepare for battle. Right. Yes, sir.
Kakuzu.
Lord Hiyashi, look towards 10 o'clock.
Is he gonna have, like, all of his...
That's
Ah!
Shit. Leaf Squad. Your brother.
Literally, like, being haunted by the ghosts of your past. I like how Kabuto, like, just, like, divvied them up to, like, the best possible combinations.
Yeah.
What do you see? Those 2 down there are Lords Kinkaku and Ginkaku.
They look really cool.
Are those 2 shinobi? They possess the Nine-Tails chakra, and they have a lot of it.
No, there's no mistaking the gold and silver brothers of the cloud.
What's that? Even Dawn has been revived?
Don't worry, no one was expecting it.
For now that it's come to this, I must go join the battle.
Please reconsider. You're the Supreme Commander of the Allied Shinobi Forces, Lord Raikage. The Supreme Commander must remain safe and continue to give orders until the final stages of the war.
It's true. You can't just
Still,
fucking run
the
off.
company can't withstand
gets-
this
that's the-
many powerful shinobi.
This is his main thing. He gets
The
worked
tide of
up over
battle is
personal
fluid,
shit.
Like a living thing, it can change at any second. And to discern those changes is why you brought me here. Look at the map.
Good person to
get
have as an
started, let's
advisor.
verify the status of every company. At the forefront.
Oh shit. Oh, this is so cool. I love this. Break it down.
Unit.
Commando
They
units.
skirmished with a commando unit of reanimated shinobi. They vanquished the enemy, and presently are moving towards the Akatsuki hideout. Kakashi's 3rd company is leading the charge. They're in the midst of battle, but word is that they've taken the advantage. Right now, the other big battle that's about to begin is here, with Kitsuchi's 2nd company. And Mifune's 5th company is standing by to assist in any battle where we decide reinforcements will be needed. The enemy's unit is approaching from the sea. Darui's 1st company will engage them. We'll call this Battlefield A. And in the other main battlefield facing the previous Kage who suddenly appeared is Gaara's 4th company. We'll call that Battlefield B.
When you look at it like this, it appears that we're evenly matched in strength with our enemy.
It's inadvisable to assume that.
Exactly. Thank God.
Instead of engaging both sides, you counter by attacking one side with your full force.
Divide and conquer.
We're dealing with 2 battlefields here, A and B. In our case, we'll start with Battlefield A. We'll concentrate our forces around Darui's 1st company. Mifune's 5th company needs to join up with the 1st company to reinforce their ranks.
And then you can all
while still
move
maintaining
across.
their belt formation. Kitsuchi's second company needs to fan out lengthwise. They must surround the enemy and box them in. The second company may be stretched a little thin.
A little?
But the fifth company's belt formation will serve to buttress them.
That's fair.
Meanwhile,
The trouble is you need to defeat everyone there before the others catch up with you.
In a reverse L formation. From there, half of Gaara's force will head to join up with Darui's first company as reinforcements.
This all banks on you being able to destroy all of them quickly with your combined forces.
Yeah.
If you can't, then you're fucked.
Battlefield A, Darui's first company.
If it takes too long to kill all the people at the beach,
The problem is the people at the beach are the Zetsus, which are weaker.
that's
But,
true.
But wait, there's so many more of them.
Yeah.
From the rear.
I think it's the winning strategy, but the risks are so high. It all relies on speed.
Battlefield A, if you split Gaara's fourth company in half, the enemy they're facing may use that opportunity to launch.
It seems like that one move right there is like this.
You must not underestimate them. They're all Kage.
Yeah.
That's stronger than a fucking thousands of Zetsu.
Battlefield A, the second and fifth companies are nearby, and they can be mobilized quickly. Also, Kitsuchi's second company is already familiar with the enemy. They can attack the White Ninja from behind with a high rate of success. And then, as for Battlefield B, it's doubtful the former Kage will launch an attack. If our
What?
troops suddenly drop to half their number, the enemy is going to think we're up to something.
Okay.
They'll be wary of a careless move.
Since they're all leaders as well.
More savvy former Kage won't be so foolish as to risk an attack in an uncertain situation like that.
You're planning on them
Yes,
being
I see
foolish
now.
and not
But
attacking, though.
But they.
If the enemy were to attack, Gaara's fourth company is still a long-range battle unit.
That's
They
true.
specialize in distance fighting.
It's
so
fair,
it takes
except
the
you're
enemy
dealing with
longer
people
to
who
engage them
can't
in close-range
die,
combat.
so they have no reason
about
to
holding
be
them back.
wary.
That can buy
That's
time.
exactly. It's kind of a little bit of an oversight.
So what do you say, Supreme?
But, or it's not an oversight, it's like you're weighing your options.
It's no wonder the hidden leaf has been difficult to defeat. You're blessed with good shinobi, Lady Tsunade.
Hold off on the compliments until we win the war. So, what do we do?
All right, let's try it.
Good. Inuichi, are you listening?
Yes, I've already relayed it. Also, we've contacted Mifune about the commando unit, and they're on their way. I've had Shizune divide the injured up evenly to be treated as well.
I believe in them, and I'm going to make my stand right here.
Yeah.
10-10. Have faith in our comrades.
Is that what it looks like to him?
See, I can't tell if when they're getting knocked down if they're like dead or not, or if they're just knocked down.
They aren't just knocking down all of them every time, okay? Just trust that every single time they aren't just getting knocked down. Let's leave it at that. We just keep knocking them down, but they keep getting up. We'll never win.
As soon as I heard that his chakra can't be detected, I knew he'd be a problem. But what else?
That he possesses the Keke Tota, a trait that's more powerful than the Keke Genkai.
The Keke Tota? I had thought that you were the only wielder third Tsuchikage,
Oh.
but the second Tsuchikage too?
Simultaneous activation of 3 chakra natures. Wind, earth, and fire, too.
Oh.
Lord
Earth,
Second
wind,
was
and
my
fire.
mentor, the one who taught me particle style. I cannot believe that I have to battle my master at my age.
Yeah, he's like old and
Life.
the fucking guy who taught him is like in the prime of his life. Fucking
What choice
sucks.
do I have? Shikakunara.
Yes, sir.
Not going solely because Lord Mu of the particle style is there. But probably right in your assessment of how the battle will unfold. But it could be that the opposite is possible.
Gaara is the one who united the Allied forces, and it was his youthful determination that was the primary catalyst. So you're suggesting that could have the opposite effect out there on the battlefield. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your insight.
Well then, I suppose it's time for me to leap into the war and show all these young brats what fighting's really about, especially that brazen young stripling.
fuck yeah. And then he
That's pretty
flew
cool.
through
He
the
just
ceiling.
fly.
This jutsu
Fuck.
Oh god. We're about to see some old Gaara kick back in. Oh shit, these episodes, man.
So good.
These episodes. We're flying right now. These episodes are so fucking good.
This fucking sucks. For Gaara, just like it's like he's overcome so much and done like literally everything possible. Even he literally died and then was revived, and that like got rid of the last like remnants of
The curse.
yeah, that his dad like forced him into, and now he has to fucking fight him. It's really rough.
Mm-hmm.
It's really rough. And like obviously his dad like doesn't give a shit about him.
Yeah.
So it's like to his dad it's
His
like
dad tried to assassinate him like a million times.
like to his dad it's like a weapon that like backfired that is now like
Yeah.
being used against you. And for Gaara it's like this fucking guy who like doomed you, who's like supposed to be like your father, and yet he like doomed you to like this horrible suffering for most of your existence. And then now you have to fight him after he was already fucking killed. Now he's being brought back for you to have to fight him again. And the same thing with the Tsuchikage is just like he's old as fuck.
Yeah.
And now has to fight his master, the guy who like may have even been better than him. Like it was never stated like, oh, my master taught me this and then I surpassed him. It was just like, oh, he's the only other guy who can do this. He can probably actually maybe even do it better than the current Tsuchikage can. And then it's like, and now he's old as shit, like a tiny little old man. And the other guy's like this fucking, like, just guy. And it's like, it's rough.
The deck is stacked for sure.
Yeah, it's like all of these guys, all of these Kages got killed, like, seemingly in, like, the prime of their existence. Like, it's not like they're super young, but they're not like old, and they still are very powerful. Like the former Raikage looks like super jacked and super strong as well.
They all look like they're maybe in their 40s or 50s, except for the Kazekage. He maybe looks like he's in his late 30s. But yeah.
But they're all still like really good, and they obviously all their like individual powers and stuff. Freaking
Specifically the Keke Toda.
That's a rough.
Imagine particle styling. Like, imagine running with your army and they just literally get deleted from existence. And that's it.
That sucks. Actually, though, that is like a great way to get rid of anyone who's reanimated.
Right.
Because assuming if they're killed in that way, they're maybe gone? I don't know. But that would be interesting if that was the case, if you fucking got rid of them. Or if it just, like, tears them down. I don't know what happens to their soul. Does their soul get disassembled?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The only thing that I, like, am not 100% on is, like, the fact that the Kage... Well, I think Kabuto gave them a bit more. They're still, like, quite a bit themselves. They're, like, talking here. So maybe they wouldn't... And they don't know maybe the full scope of this jutsu, so they might be cautious. That's the only thing I'm thinking. If I can't die, then I'm not going to be as cautious about running into a fight that seems like I might lose.
Well, they're also, if they're that smart, they also must be aware of sealing jutsu.
Yeah,
Like every village is aware of what sealing jutsu can do. So, yeah.
So I guess it could go both ways, but most likely what they were talking about.
Yeah, because death doesn't just mean like, oh, I'll lose a battle and I'll bleed out and die. It's also just like trying to get a good picture of the battlefield. They could be sealed, and that would be bad for them as well. And I think the way it works is like their self-preservation takes over, whether they want it to or not. And they're fundamentally like against the allied shinobi force. That's like the most basic programming, unless that's like their basic thing is they're summoned. That's it. They are them. They are now here. The basic thing is you are enemies of the allied shinobi force. You and you preserve yourself in order to complete whatever
Yeah.
mission that I send you on. So in the meantime, they can talk and whatever, but if they come in contact with their enemy, they have to fight. What do you think of the battle strategy?
I think it's an interesting battle strategy.
I think it's pretty dope.
Solid. Like, the only thing that I'd be scared about is, like, getting rid of half of Gaara's team. But
Right.
like they said, if part of that strategy is to, like, throw them off, then that could work. But it is just...
it's a very time-based. Every movement in this is based
and
on time.
that's the other thing is there's so many Zetsus. Like, there are literal, like, 4 guys in one side, and then even though they are super extremely powerful, but there's like fucking literal thousands of not powerful
It's partly
guys.
the way it's illustrated here, because as you can see in all the diagrams, it's all like 4 or 5 dudes stacked up against each other, but they're representing however much. The idea, I think, is that every front is like a hard-fought battle. So whether there are 20,000 of Gaara's men with him or 10,000 of Gaara's men with him is not going to help fight these 4 super powerful powerhouses of ninja. Only a few can fight at a time, and it's just about keeping up as long as you can until you can get real reinforcements to overwhelm them. 10,000 versus 20,000 or whatever else is there isn't going to make that big of a difference. Instead, let's take 10,000 of them and go fight these mindless, or not mindless, but like fodder Zetsus.
Yeah. I guess the other thing is I'm not quite sure of the distance, so like that's the other thing I'm thinking of. If by the time half of them even get there, like, you know what I mean.
They travel
like,
pretty fast. They're
do.
ninja, and like it's difficult.
It's like hard. I guess it's
they
just
could
hard
get there
for
in
me
a
to
few
gauge.
hours. I think is the idea. They could like from ocean to ocean. It probably takes a few hours, less than a day, which is small, but like. You know, of running at ninja speed, jumping through the forest and shit. So.
Yeah. The other thing, Dawn. Tsunade knows about Dawn, which sucks. But I'm so glad that the Raikage, like, actually was able to restrain himself from, like, going out to fight his dad, because it's like... Like, this is... Basically, that is the only reason why, like, I was, like... so on the Raikage, like, because he is a very good choice to be the leader, but because when anything that happens with like his family or like things that he's sensitive about, which seemingly is just his family, that like it really clouds his judgment. But I am glad that he is, actually listening. Like, you have advisors there for a reason. And he's actually listening to them and like, okay, yeah, actually you're right.
You're right. I literally can't leave. The entire point of why I chose this
is to be able to like do the best you can for as long as you can.
Yeah. You don't get to like scream in the boardroom about how you should be the fucking commander-in-chief and about how you should be the one to lead the Allied Shinobi Force and then just leave your
part
post.
Of the sacrifice. Of like having to take that position. It's a lot of responsibility, and it seems like, I want to be the leader of everything, but it's like being the leader of everything is like not always a glamorous job. It's like
you don't always get to
it's
fucking
shitty,
crack
and
heads on the battlefield. Sometimes you gotta sit there and make decisions.
Also like you can't like if things are going badly, sometimes there's like not much you can do, and you just kind of have to sit there and say, I made this decision.
Yeah. And
that's how it is,
Indeed. Anything else you want to talk about?
I guess that was pretty much it. 10-10. Choji's dad just like sitting on the beach with one of your friend's dads, just as there's thousands of enemies.
Dads, or uncle,
like coming towards you. Yeah. Sucks.
Indeed.
But cool stuff.
We'll see what happens next time. Hope you guys leave a like and subscribe, please and thank you. And check out Patreon if you can't wait to see the next one. It's over there. If you're already watching on Patreon, thank you very much for your support. We really appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.